Do you smell like... Want to smell better? Want to smell like a manipulator? Want to smell Chinese? Then look no further than this video, because today we are reviewing Addendum's Majestic China fragrances. Now, what makes me a qualified expert on this? 我是中国人. Just kidding. I lied. I'm actually Korean. I'm not Chinese. 可是我会说中文。对。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、6、7。Oh my god, I'm getting too old for this. I'm also performative male manipulator. Smisky wall on the back. My somewhat niche but not really perfumes. Got a Labubu over here. I have my Hirono over here. Go check out my other videos if you want proof. But yeah, I'm by no means a perfumer or China expert, but really excited to smell these. This is their third chapter. They did Vietnam and Japan, and chapter 3 is China. Korea when. If you want a better idea of what kind of fragrances I usually like, to see if I don't know, you might want to purchase something, go check out my other video where I review like pretty much every fragrance I've owned. I've obtained some since then, but that will give you a pretty good benchmark of the scents that I like, which tend to be more soft, florals, citrus, a little bit of wood, but not too nothing too strong or overpowering. More subtle, more musk. Nothing like that's like, ah, man, or like, ah, woman. You get the vibe. You get the vibe. But yeah, let's get into this. Today we'll be reviewing 6 scents. Their first 2 chapters had 9, but this one just has 6. We're reviewing Mooncake, Pomelo Oolong. That one I'm really excited about. I think I'm really excited to try that one. Princess of China. 大家好，中国。现在我有冰淇淋。我有冰淇淋。
早上好，中国！现在我有冰淇淋，我很喜欢冰淇淋，但是速度与激情就比冰淇淋。
Spring Festival, the Silk Road, and Chinese Calligraphy. So let's get into it. I liked a lot of their Vietnam scents. There were fewer that I liked in the Japan series, but I will say none of the 18 scents of theirs that I smelled so far have really compelled me to buy one. There's one that I like more than the others. I might buy that, but we'll see. Maybe I'll love something from Majestic China. 我们是一生注定是沧桑，树微花飘飘，北风萧萧，一点雪花飘飘，北风萧萧。我有很多朋友中国人朋友。I don't know, I made a lot of Chinese friends in college. I don't know why. It just happened. So I picked some things up here and there. And then I took 1 semester of conversational Chinese. So I can tell you how old I am or how many siblings I have. Oh, my Chinese name, which is my Korean name. Like every Korean name has Chinese characters associated with it. So it's like my Korean name, but like translated in Chinese. So, 你好，我的名字是金灿基，我23岁，我是韩国美国人，对，好不好？好 ，Majestic China, sorry. Oh, okay, you can't actually see anything. I love how they include this like paper that explains everything. And also, they include like sticks that are labeled, so you can spray and try all of them. Something in here smells really strong though. I don't know which one it is, but we are not getting along already. Majestic China. Vast and luminous, China stands as one of the great cradles of civilization, with landscapes that stir the soul and a legacy that shaped the world. This collection offers not a full portrait, but a series of quiet glimpses into its spirit. Each fragrance is a passage to a scholar's desk, a tea house at dawn, a lantern-lit reunion, a road that once connected empires, a precious childhood memory. Let each scent take you on a journey. Sorry. Let's get started. Okay, so the first scent is called Mooncake. Has notes of golden syrup, salted egg yolk, mung bean, lotus seed, honey, and vanilla. Mooncake is sweet of Mooncake is a scent of sweet nostalgia, a warm golden crust, buttery flaky crust.
Baked on a buttery crust.
Giving way to a luscious center of salted egg yolk. Shared during Mid-Autumn Festival, this beloved treat marks memories of childhood joy and cherished tradition. Dude, sometimes, I don't know, it's like I have like verbal, not dyslexia, but like I will switch the words of a phrase or a sentence that I'm trying to do in the wrong order. It's not like, I don't know what that is. If someone knows what that is, please tell me, but anyway, this is Mooncake. I think it's the darkest color out of all of them. Yeah, I really appreciate this, so I'm going to tear off the Mooncake and spray it, and we'll see. And I'm also going to do a skin test for all of them. Since there's only 6, or like 7, there's only 6. I'll just do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that makes sense. So here is Mooncake. Okay, ooh. Okay, that's quite sweet. Powdery. Like almost like baby powder level powdery to me. Let me do a skin test too. But as it settles down, you get much more of that, like, of the dough, like the actual skin of the Mooncake. Yeah, that is actually quite nice once it settles down. I didn't like the very first top notes. Oh, okay, it's way better on my skin than it is on the paper actually. If you haven't had a Mooncake before, this kind of smells like a more subtle ice cream cone. You do get some of that mung bean, that lotus seed. I would say the honey and vanilla is more of like on the back end of it, and now I'm finally getting the salted egg yolk, which I couldn't quite get at first, but yeah, that is nice. Very sweet. I wouldn't personally wear it. I don't tend to like scents that are too sweet, just like my desserts. But it is nice. I think if you do like sweet kind of scents, this could be good for you. Okay, next up we have Pomelo, I don't know, Pomelo Oolong. This is the one when I read it, I was like, that sounds really exciting. The notes are oolong tea, pomelo, osmanthus, porcelain, and white musk. There's this fragrance that's literally just smells like oolong tea, and I've wanted to buy that for so long, but I haven't. I forgot what it's called. Put it up here. But I'm excited because I have been wanting an oolong tea fragrance for a long time. Let me read you the description. In China, tea is a daily ritual of reflection and connection. This scent captures the layered elegance of oolong, infused with notes of pomelo and white blossoms. A refreshing harmony that echoes quiet conversations in sunlit tea houses. Okay, so this is literally floral and citrus. Like, that's right up my alley. I have really high hopes for this one. If I don't like it, I'll be sad. Sorry, I almost said if it's bad, I'll be sad, but I'm sure it's not bad. It's just personal preference. All fragrances is very personal preference. Okay, Pomelo Oolong. Okay, oh, that is nice. Oh my god. I might have to buy it. I think I'm gonna have to buy this one. And I almost bought it when they released this one early. I almost bought it then, but I was like, you know what, let me like try the samples before I buy anything, but that is quite nice. Is it similar to the other scents that I have? Okay, let me do skin test. And always do a skin test, because it'll smell different on your skin than it does on paper. And yeah, it smells quite different on my skin actually. The oolong isn't as strong as I would hope. I might just have to buy the other oolong scent and then pair it with this, but it is quite nice. It's subtle. I think the pomelo is stronger than the oolong for sure. I don't know if it's like the way it's interacting with my skin, but or my nose blindness, but it is fading a little quickly. I'm gonna sit on this one. I think this is for now, my favorite Addendum scent. And like with all samples, I'll keep spraying it until I decide if I really like it or not. But this is a good contender for a buy. Okay, next up we have Princess of China. 我是可爱吗？我是漂亮? Is that pretty? 我是漂亮吗? Sorry. Notes of peony, white lotus, silk, lychee, and pear. Inspired by the noblewomen of dynasties past, Princess of China is soft yet radiant, like flowers in full bloom. Celebrates China's rich history and imperial femininity through luminous petals and delicate fruits, graceful and timeless. Description-wise, honestly, maybe I will like it. I think it's the strong one that I smelled in here, but we shall see. Am I a pretty princess? Princess of China. Oh, whoa.
No. Well,
I don't even know how to describe that one. That's nothing like I've ever smelled something like... That's something I've never smelled something like that before.
what did he say?
That is so interesting. Definitely get that peony and lychee and pear for sure. It's nice. On my skin, I can definitely smell the florals a lot more. The peony and the white lotus. It's like you took some skin and then just like a flower and you just like smell it. Oh, very interesting. We're halfway through. Moving on to the next one, Spring Festival. Notes of plum blossom, red lanterns, mandarin tanghulu, candied hawthorn, and jujube, which is red dates. Every year, millions across China journey home to reunite with family for Lunar New Year. Spring Festival captures this joyous season with notes of mandarin, plum blossom, and candied hawthorn, scent of celebration and belonging. I'm pretty sure, is techu? No, that's dates in Koreans. What's jujube? I don't know. But this sounds interesting. I don't know what red lanterns smell like, but let's find out. Okay, this kind of smells like an old Asian person, which isn't a bad thing. I smell like citrus and tea, so. But this is like you step into like, if you're like East Asian or Southeast Asian probably too, if you like step into your like grandpa's house, you step into your like grandpa or grandma's house, this kind of reminds me of that. The red dates really come through, the hawthorn really comes through. Oh wow, okay, the plum is a lot stronger on your skin, on my skin at least, than it was on the paper. That is like China. This is like Zhongguo, like it's like Asia, like not in a bad way. Not something I would wear, but I almost get notes of like, maybe it's not actually incense, but it does remind me of like you're burning an incense stick as well. Maybe I'm just associating that with the other scents that are present. Moving on, we have the Silk Road. Notes of spices, tobacco leaf, ginseng, leather, and vetiver. Very interesting. The Silk Road carried goods, stories, and dreams across empires. The scent pays homage to the ancient trade routes with notes of spices, tobacco leaf, and leather. Tribute to adventure, history, and cultural exchange. Okay, so not notes I normally like, tobacco leaf and leather, but it sounds interesting. I do like vetiver usually, but let us see. Okay, yeah, the spices and tobacco leaf is very pronounced. Not a bad. If you like that, I think you'll really like this scent. And honestly, it's kind of growing on me. The ginseng is very much there. It's something I love about Addendum. It's like they're not afraid to mix like Asian flavors into like more traditional scent notes, if that makes sense. Yeah, this is very reminiscent of something. It's like very smoky, like leathery. It's not in a bad way, honestly. If I was like 10 years older, this is something I would wear. If I was like a 30-year-old male manipulator, not like the new gen performative matcha male manipulator, but if I was like late 20s, early 30s, shit. If I was like a 40-year-old male manipulator, I would wear this. Yeah, it's actually really nice. I actually quite like it. I usually don't like tobacco or leather, like kind of smoky scents like this, but I think the ginseng and the vetiver really round it out. I'll definitely be using this sample if it's like leather jacket vibes. Every blend of scents is very different, even if the individual notes are not something you would have normally gone for. Always do a skin test. And the last one, Chinese calligraphy. Notes of ink, black liqueur, paper, coffee, and orchid. I think I'm gonna like this one, hopefully. Calligraphy is Chinese living art. Calligraphy is China's living art. Each stroke a meditation in ink and paper. The scent evokes the stillness of a scholar's studio, where technique meets introspection. A quiet homage to the brushstrokes that shaped a civilization. Wow. I wish I could do calligraphy. That's really cool. But I also don't know Chinese, so... But Korean calligraphy is pretty cool too. I'm not that great at Korean anyway, so... Anyway, Chinese calligraphy. I do know people actually who took calligraphy class. They had calligraphy classes at USC back when I was there for my education. I had friends who took that class. Oh wow. Okay, wait. Huh? Am I crazy? Like, this smells like paper, but... Like, this is paper, but... It smells like paper? I don't know if the paper scent is like... That's the first note again. I'm like, wow, that's like paper. I need to do a skin test because, like, it being on the paper is confusing me. But yeah, very paper heavy forward, at least at first. The liqueur I smell as well. I don't know what ink smells like. I guess like when you rub the inkstone, but I haven't gotten any of the coffee or orchid in the top notes, but let's see on my skin how this smells. You do get the coffee, it's definitely in there. Orchid also comes through it, so it's all there. I mean, why wouldn't it be? But the paper and the liqueur is very strong, and I think the ink as well. It's exactly as it's like the scent is exactly as it's described. Not something I would wear, but it is good. If you go to Asia and you walk into like, if you think of like a wooden, like one of those wooden houses with like the paper screens, and they're doing calligraphy, it smells a lot like that. It's good. It's relaxing. It's like I'm stepping into someone's home, almost. Not something I would wear, but yeah. I mean, they captured that perfectly. But yeah, that was the set. Majestic China. Zhongguo. If you want me to, I can also do a full review of the Vietnam and Japan scents. I do have both sample sets. If you want more scent content, let me know what fragrances I should try out. I'll let you know if I buy any of these as a full bottle. I do really like the Pomelo Oolong, and surprisingly also the Silk Road. So we'll see. I'm so bad at doing outros, but I don't know. Please subscribe, please watch my content. Your boy's trying to retire early. This is my exit plan. Check out my other fragrance video if this one interested you. This is not sponsored, but if Danam, if you're watching. I'll also link some places that you can smell. I don't know if they'll have Majestic China yet, but some places in SF that I know carry Danam. So if you're in San Francisco, you can go check out some of their fragrances for yourself as well. Cover photo? I always need a cover photo. I should include that at the end of my videos just for you guys to watch. Anyway, bye. Thank you for watching. Oh, an addendum. Because most of their first two chapters have 9 scents. This one only has 6. An idea I had was like a hot pot, like a Sichuan peppercorn scent. I think that'd be really interesting. I don't know what the other notes on that would be, but definitely something with like Sichuan peppercorns I think would be really interesting. Maybe like the Sichuan peppercorn would have notes of like cilantro. Maybe I'm just hungry. Maybe I just love hot pot. But ginger? I don't know. I'm just saying things now, but I think that would be cool. I think that'd be cool. Because the Nam has the pho breakfast in their Vietnam one. So I think something like Sichuan hot pot, chilies could be cool.